Hey, it's Kevin. Thanks for stopping by another No BS social media chat. Last week we talked about relationships and how it's important to foster relationships, especially when it comes to social media. Today we're taking it to the next level and we're talking about rewarding loyalty. I worked in radio for nearly 30 years and I don't know where it's inbred in you early on to, I want to say this early, despise. Despise is too tough a word. To dislike, perhaps, your most loyal customers. In radio, they were called contest or prize pigs. Those were the people who wanted to win all the contests, who wanted to be a part of everything you did. You got tired of seeing the same people. It didn't motivate you. Your goal was to have more people listening, to have more people a part of the process. So in your eyes, every time the same person won a prize, it was kind of defeating the purpose. I even went so far as to have contest rules that you couldn't win a prize but once every 90 days, where a lot of places were once every 30 days. Well, now that I'm nearly a decade away from the media business, it really got me thinking about loyalty. And more importantly, I think as the world has changed over the course of the last 10, 15 years, thanks to the internet, thanks to social media, getting people's attention is even harder than ever before. There are now more people who can record music than ever before because the tools are right there in your computer. Instead of having to go to a high-priced studio, instead of having to go to New York or LA or even Nashville to record an album, you can record it in your basement. You can record it in your garage. You can record it with the computer you have. And that's just mind-numbing. There are even artists who've recorded entire albums with iPads. It's possible. Now, what's interesting, though, is that's caused the world to shift a little bit. And now they talk about, and especially when you talk about the long tail and when you talk about outliers and things like that and all these buzzwords of social media, they start talking about having this tribe of people, this small nucleus of people who will do whatever you ask them to do whenever you ask them to do it. Yes, it's important to have 1,000 fans, but it's more important to have 1,000 rabid or very active fans than it is just to have 1,000 people say they like your Facebook page or they follow you on Twitter. And this isn't just for the recording industry. This works for media. This works for any small business. We need to really stop and rethink how we reward loyalty. I'm a part of a lot of loyalty programs for stores, everything from Best Buy to CVS to the grocery store, everything in between, because they're trying to get data about me. They're trying to learn what makes me tick. And I've gotten to a point now where I don't want to enroll in any more loyalty programs because I know there's really nothing in it for me. They try to dangle things in front of me. They give me points. They give me a chance to get rewards and things like that. But what I found is it's even to the stores that I'm most loyal to, they really don't care that much because they're still looking at people even more loyal than me, which in turn has made me be less loyal to them. Is that making sense? So I really want you to stop and think in your social media how you can reward the people who follow you, who pay attention to you, who do what you ask them to do. How can you make them more a part of your world? I'm not just talking prizes. I'm talking about engaging, about making them feel special. Because at the end of the day, it's those people, whether it's 100, whether it's 1,000, whether it's 10,000, who are going to take you to the next level no matter what you're doing. Stop and think about it for a minute. I don't want to say retooled the way I look at rewarding the loyal people around me, but I tend to want to take care of the people who are most loyal to me, even when those times when they push the envelope just a little bit too much, when they push trying to get a little bit too close. I really got to stop and think about that. Because at the end of the day, if I could find 1,000 people who would retweet everything I put on Twitter, who would like every Facebook post, who would like every artist or every media guy or whatever I asked them to do on Facebook, boy, if I could find 1,000 people to do that, that would be immensely powerful. I can't even find 1,000 people to like my Facebook page. You can. Intensity Media, the Facebook page on Facebook, of course. We'll stop by for another No BS social media chat next week. Think about those who are loyal to you, especially when it comes to social media, and how can you reward them? Back next week, nobssocial.com. You can watch all the videos, what are we up to, 150, something like that? It's some crazy number by now. And we'll see you next week right here. You want to get a hold of me? All my information, email, phone number coming up right now. Thanks.